name is Aquila. The purpose of this speech is to instruct my audience how to make the perfect pineapple upside down cake. The main ingredients we would need is 2/3 cups of water, 3 eggs, sliced dole of pineapples, Betty Crocker's yellow cake mix or pineapple upside down cake mix, if whatever you want to choose. Also 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. First, we will use a round, large bowl to mix our ingredients. Start off with opening the Betty Crocker's cake mix. Pour it in the bowl, and then if you would, to be honest with you, I personally like the pineapple upside down cake because it gives that kick when you're eating the cake. At the end of everything, you will understand that the pineapple mix give it more of a kick and more flavor opposed to just using the yellow cake mix as if you're making a vanilla cake. Secondly, we will pour 2/3 cups of water and crack the 3 eggs in the bowl. Thirdly, we will open the can of dosed pineapple slightly. Pour at least half of the pineapple juice in the bowl to also give more of that pineapple taste, and it makes it moist. Also, we will pour 1 tablespoon of the vegetable oil. Mix all of the ingredients. I personally use the cake beater. The cake beater machine gives it a fluffy whip feel, so that will make the cake more fluffy after you bake it. Now that we mix the main ingredients and made a wonderful batter, we will then move on to making the upside down cake topping. First, get a skillet. Get 2 tablespoons of margarine. Place the skillet on the stove. Set the fire between low and medium. Put the margarine in the skillet. Let it heat up between 30 to 60 seconds. After that, get a 8 to 9 inch pan. With using that pan, get the skillet and spread the butter evenly on the pan. Then get your 1 cup of brown sugar and sprinkle the brown sugar evenly on the butter. You want the butter and the brown sugar to be spread out evenly, so when you flip over the cake, everything is on top evenly and every piece of the cake is covered with the butter and brown sugar. Then after melting the margarine and pouring out the brown sugar, then we would get the slice of pineapples and place them in a coordinate order. I definitely use at least 6 pineapple slices and put 3 on top, 3 at the bottom. In between that, if you choose to use cherries, you put the cherries in between the pineapples. I don't use the cherries because I don't really like the cherries, the artificial cherries. It don't give me a good taste. So I just leave out the cherries and put the pineapples on the cake. Once you place the pineapples in the cake, next you would definitely get the batter that you mixed in the large bowl. Pour out the mix in that pan, in the 8-inch or 9-inch pan that you chose. Pour it over the pineapples evenly. After that, you should have the oven preheated for 350. When the oven hits 350, you will place the cake in the oven and let it sit in there for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Within the 20 minutes period, I would like you to check the cake and make sure that the cake is fully cooked. And in order for you to do that, you will get the fork and place it in the middle, poke it 1 time, see if there's any cake residue on the fork. If it's clean, that's how you know if the fork is clean, that's how you know the cake is well cooked. I definitely also, just to make sure, I also poke the sides at least twice just to see if the whole cake is cooked properly. After that, if it's well done cooked, take the cake out of the oven, sit it on top of the stove, let it cool down for at least 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, get your cake display stand, pick up the cake in the pan and flip it over on top of the display cake stand. Then you take the pan off and you'll see that the cake is going to drop out of the pan that you used. and then you'll see the wonderful pineapple upside down cake that you made for the night, okay? And thank you and enjoy.